Goodness me, are you just so needy? Are you just so needy? Alright, hello, welcome back. My name is Frederica or Freddy. If you are new here, so am I. I tried to do this about a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, and then I had an unfortunate event of drowning my laptop in River Thames, so I did not continue with YouTube. And it's been a full year. Loads of things have changed, and I have so many thoughts and things that I actually am even more passionate about and want to share. So I am coming back over here. So this video is going to be like a little reintroduction to me and you, so we can get to know each other. If you're friends and family, then hello, how you doing, loves? You already know everything. Why are you here? I'm joking. Thanks. So I'm a full-time friendship mom. Yes, that's number one. A full-time yoga teacher living in London. And initially when I started this channel, I really wanted it to be a supportive place for people that want to become yoga teachers. It's still an important part for me to offer support to fellow teachers that are coming in. There's always new people graduating, there's always new people thinking about doing the certificates, to sort of know whether it's worth doing it, whether it's a lifestyle that you really realistically want to live. Do you want to do it full-time, part-time, la-da-da-da. Let me be your sort of the one that does the mistakes, and then you can like learn and choose from them. But actually what I really want to do with this space is offer a little bit more insight to how you can bring sort of the yoga off the mat, and like how to live more slowly and mindfully. No, I'm not saying I'm an expert, I'm fucking not. And if you don't like swearing, this channel is not for you, because I swear all the time. You know, making shifts and moves and changes in my life, some of them more beneficial than others, and I'd love to share them with you, and we can go on this journey together, you know what I mean? I have about 4 years ago found out that I'm neurodivergent, and it has been such a learning curve for me to sort of adjust my life to that discovery, because it just suddenly made sense for everything. And I just realized I was living like in this simulation of trying to live the way other people do. It just didn't work for me. Maybe you're just quirky brain like me, and maybe you just need some quirky solutions, and I'm going to be sharing them with you. So I think the format is going to be pretty chill. I'm trying to make this to be something I'm enjoying doing. This is something I've been wanting to bring back. When I was, for a short period of time, editing videos, I was having so much fucking blast, so much fun. And I'm so excited to explore new editing softwares, etc. And, you know, have fun with it. So the idea is that this channel is both helpful, but it's also a learning curve for everyone involved, including myself. And it's pretty relaxed, chill place for you to watch. So nothing too specific. Make sense? Does it make sense? I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then for those of you who have by any chance watched any of the videos before, and then there is this fucking year gap between, and you're like, what's going on? Let me tell you about it. So if you are new and you don't care about it, this is your cue to like this video, subscribe, and bugger off. See you in the next one. Next one will be a vlog, and I'm gonna bring you along on my current week after holiday. This is what has been going on for last year. I drowned my laptop. I haven't had one for ages until now. I started school, started teaching mind category classes, different kinds of mindfulness techniques, embodying all of this into my own life, and setting boundaries and shifting my lifestyle to really suit my neurodivergency better. And I feel like I'm getting step by step closer and closer each day. Alright, so here comes the story of this past year. I started interior design course from last year's September. I studied in the past textile design when I was still in school. I am originally from Slovakia, near the Hungarian borders, so my accent is a little bit mixed. Because of that, I'm half and half. And I moved here about 10 years ago. And I studied, before I came here, textile design. Then I came here, lived through hospitality, all of that lovely retail stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I love yoga too much. I want this to be the thing. When I discovered it can be an actual job. And I did teach training, and I've been teaching since. So that's very long story short. And started studying interior design because it's something I've been really wanting to do for a long time. Initially, when I did school, my idea was to go into uni studying interior design. However, near my area where I lived, there weren't any universities at the time that were specialized in interior design. You could have done architecture, or you could continue in textile design and just move into more like soft furnishings and stuff like that. More like textile sort of decorations, wall art and stuff like that, which all cool and dandy, is just not what I wanted to do. And so after I came to London, I just felt really overwhelmed. There were so many things going on, but I sort of lost the drive and the passion for continuing school, and I thought school was just not for me. I did have a quite a shit experience in my previous school anyway. Finally got my courage back together, and I was like, look, I really want to do this. I really want to learn more. I really want to go back to arts. I feel like I love yoga, I love teaching it, I love sharing it, but it's just not something I can see myself do full time for the rest of my life. It's not necessarily a career path that it's rewarding in different ways, but it doesn't have that sort of financial reward of it getting any better over time. And you know, it sucks to say it, but I live in a world where it's important to be able to save money and put aside and buy a house and all of that stuff. So in an ideal world, I wouldn't need that, and I could live in a tent in a mountain, would be great. But I'm in London, so. And if there's anything else I would love to do full time, then it would be anything related to arts and being creative. And interior design is the thing that just keeps on grabbing me over all of these years. So I started a course, and it's alongside my full-time teaching job. It's only every other weekend, like a class day, a school day, and then you do all of your assignments in your own pace and time. You have up to a certain year to submit them, so there's no deadline. Works perfectly for my neurodivergent brain. Maybe a little bit too much because I haven't been so consistent on assignments so far, but going through the classes has been last year was amazing. So that's what's been really brewing for the past year, is me adding school into my full-time schedule. My hair's grown out a lot. It's simply because I wasn't cutting it, not because I wanted it necessarily to be long. It's just I was like, I can't be asked to spend £120 on just cutting my hair, so I'm not gonna do it. But I think it's due now. I think it's at a stage where it's really unhealthy at the bottom, and it's actually quite annoyingly long. And then from the mental health perspective, I love talking about mental health. I struggled with depression, anxiety all my life. I think the earliest I can remember my anxiety attack being was when I was in second grade for us in school, which I was 7 or 8 years old, and I had this massive anxiety attack going to school because I had a teacher that really didn't love me and gave me a hard time very often. It's a theme, it's a common theme for me across life. But I had a massive panic attack before going to school, and I was only 8. So it's definitely something that's been with me forever, probably already before, but with smaller things. But I just remember that, and not knowing it was a panic attack. My parents didn't know I had a panic attack. I described them feeling really nauseous. I felt sick. I thought I'm going to throw up and faint at the same time. Looking back now, and now knowing what an anxiety attack or panic attack is, I know exactly what I had. But yeah, it's been a lot of sort of suppressed things over the years. As much as it sucks to be depressed and being at the rock bottom, every time you come out, you learn something more about yourself and you find a little bit more endurance and strength. And that's the way I look at it. So I love talking about mental health, and I love teaching things, techniques and mindfulness stuff for mental health. And what happened in the last year is two things regarding this topic. I started talking therapy, and I found a really, really good therapist recommended to me from my friend. I love her so much. I cannot see myself stuff anytime soon. This is so important for me and I love doing it. And I'm very proud of myself because this last summer, 24 summer, I was finally, the first time I went through a functional depression, is how I describe it. I'm not a professional, but this is how I describe it. Functional depression for me is, or what I label functional depression, is the type of depressive episode when you can actually go on about your day and look okay, which is quite dangerous, to be honest, because if you're not really inquisitive enough and reflective enough of your situation, you can then go down the deep end, because you look alright to other people, so no one is gonna ask what's going on. But I essentially attended work, I taught all of my classes, all dandy, but really inside I was not well in my mind, and I had lots of brain fog, lots of missing appointments, and everything just felt chaotic and out of control. And I really felt like my neurodivergence was impacting me really poorly. But at the same time, I was really proud of myself because I kept on affirming to myself that I will A, get better, and B, I know the tools, I have them. The trouble was that I had a bit of a gap from therapy because I had loads of holidays and then my therapist had loads of holidays, so essentially we didn't see each other for quite a few weeks. And that's when the shit hit the fan, typically, as it always does. But I was proud of myself because I managed myself well, and I kept on, setting boundaries for myself, stepping away from things that didn't serve me, taking more time to rest, being compassionate with myself, advocating for myself at home, telling Stefano, I'm struggling, I need help with this, forgive me, there's gonna be dishes or a mess because today's like that or whatever. And that was really good learning curve. And once I came out of that phase, of that little rat, I was like, you know what, this was pretty solid, and I was even unmedicated, so great. But yeah, so because of my history with these things, I love, all the tools that you can get your hands on. And I'm not talking about things that you buy. I'm talking about things that you can implement. And it's mostly about learning about your body and the physiology, the physiological responses your body will give you. Learning how to regulate your nervous system is your biggest asset with your mental health, improving your overall well-being. And funnily enough, Gymbox that I work for has last year in October launched on Mental Health Day Mind category. And Mind category is essentially all sorts of classes that relate to mental well-being, mental wellness. And I love this because they are literally the only gym that you're gonna find out there that incorporates mental well-being on their timetable. There's a regular schedule of classes, and there's different kinds. So there we have journaling class called Brain Dump, we've got breath work, I teach one of those, love it. We had Catch Some Z's, I used to teach that, it was about sleep. Then we have Portal, which is a type of meditation class. There's Cocoon, which is a meditation and relaxation class in the hammock. So like an aerial one, but very cozy, you're just in the hammock. Binaural Beats, we just launched Binaural Beats the other week, and I teach one of these as well. And it's essentially a guided relaxation meditation inside headphones, listening to binaural beats and my voice. So I got mic on and you can hear me in your head. It's gorgeous. I love that they launched this category because it helped me personally. It helped me so much with my own mental wellness and well-being. And combining therapy with these things that I learned about my body and my brain with the techniques and tools that I learned from Gymbox, thanks to Jess, who's our head coach. Some of the things which I already knew, but she just she just brings them together in such beautiful, complex, and very like science research based way that it just all fits. And it essentially created this schedule that I have now, my teaching schedule, that's so well balanced. I have classes that are a little bit more dynamic, but I mostly teach nowadays Hatha, Yin, and in the mind classes, and I have one Vinyasa and one paddleboard. So it has this beautiful balance of up and down, which really helps me to keep my nervous system regulated. I am really proud of myself where I am now. Obviously it's not finished, and I just think I'm now equipped with so much more to even give. And there is this sort of drive in my mind, in my heart, but also a structure in my life and my mind, that hopefully I can share with you. So that's it. Really excited to get into all of this. I hope you're excited too. And good to see you again. I mean, I don't literally see you here, but hopefully I will see you in comments and likes.